Free this land from Freeland. What she did today, or the leaked information, is the budget of $40 billion that they spend a year. That's the money that the government spends, and that's an enormous amount of money. I don't know what value I'm getting for that at all, but it was leaked. It was actually $62 billion that she spent, and that is a 50% increase from this loser that just keeps draining Canada. I really think they're just trying to destroy it as fast as they can. And I think I know where some of the money is going to, because the asylum seekers in Canada, there's 260,000 of them, and it costs $87,000 per person in a year. So that's $22 billion. And I'm just thinking of ways to cut when Pierre comes in. And also in that is the this GST credit, or whatever it is, the $4.51. What does that get you? Anyways, and imagine all those little businesses right during Christmas. They have all this busy time, and now they got to reprogram all their cash registers just because Trudeau wants people to like him again. Unbelievable how that happens. So that the math with that was about $5 billion. That's how much it's going to cost. So they're going to get the printer out and they start printing all this money to do that. And then I think it was $2 billion for that telestat. Now, whatever happened to Mark Carney? Isn't that genius financial guy supposed to come in and fix this? Like, I don't even get it. He came in, he gave money to his own company, or Telestat, and they don't even need to make any satellites go into space. I don't even think they ever have, actually. They just sort of money laundered all that to a Quebec company again. And I think this came up before too. Jordan Peterson and I thought about this, anyways. Once Pierre comes in, it will take years to discover the scandals and the corruption. This is like the biggest mafia, I was going to say in the world, but the biggest mafia that has ever seen in Canada, the money laundering that they're doing. And I really hope, and I think there should be a full audit on every single Liberal, NDP, and through Conservative too. I don't care, but it doesn't really matter. They're not in power yet. Wait till they get in. All of them. And they need to be criminally charged if something happened, and the money is just disappearing. Stephen Gilbo, the money is just going. I don't understand. We do our income tax. The government hounds us. They know exactly how much money that, in the range we're going to have, and the range of a refund or the money that we should give. They know that amount. But when it comes to these politicians, if Trudeau's wealth really did grow phenomenally, and I made videos on that too, from whatever $25,000 to 100 million or something like that. And there's different sources that happen. He, I think we need an audit every year. I want to see everyone's T4 form every year for every Liberal, every politician. I don't even care. Every politician, I need to see it. And I don't care if they have whatever Airbnb or second property, whatever. This is going beyond that. Freeland and money leaving Canada is just thick. And you ever hear those descriptions that it goes to Africa or whatever, it's for, they say, for land development of women's studies and ethnic diversity of the environment. And they throw every single word you can imagine in these few sentences, and at the end of it, it's like $10 billion gone. Poof. And you're like, if these countries don't even care about themselves, why does Canada have to fork over the money? Like, it's actually unbelievable why that actually happens. I, when Pierre comes in, the money should not be leaving Canada. You know how corrupt it is, like in Canada? Like even that cricket farm in London, Ontario, $9 million for making crickets. That's in Canada. And even the 400 million green slush fund. And even Randy, that guy in Bolsonaro in Edmonton. And even, I don't even, Mark Mendocino and all those guys. I think and Lametti, can't remember, David Lametti, the money must be flowing out so fast, it's unbelievable. But the government knows exactly what everyone does, and for them, it's not. And, there was a video idea I was going to do, because I saw some guy talk about it too, with $100, and why they don't have $1,000 bills. I thought about it too, that like for $100 bill, for example, when he used the example of soup, you pay $100 for a soup, and then you get tax on it. And then the store owner buys ingredients for the soup, and he takes income home and he pays tax on that, and then with that money he buys something else and he gets another 15% tax on it, and it keeps going, that 15% tax and 15% tax, and all of a sudden that $15 tax going through 10 people is already $150, and it keeps going on and on, this money. And like, the government gets all this on a balance sheet, they got all this money, they don't actually have to see the $100 anymore, it just keeps going around forever. And I thought about this before too, even with a car. When you buy a car, and I can't remember if there's tax on when you get it. It's probably buried in. But say you buy a car modestly, whatever, 20,000 bucks is, yeah, not even it's just a normal, not even a great car. 20,000 bucks is old. But anyway, you buy it and then you resell it. And then you resell it, say 4 years later, and then you resell it again, and you resell it again after another 4 years, 4 years, 4 years. You buy parts for it. Like, it's just tax on tax on tax on an old piece of crap. It's never ending. It's such a business, this taxing to death. And, I guess it's actually amazing that Trump got in and they have that Doge, what's the Doge, the Department of Governmental Efficiency, because it will make Canada has to follow suit, because they can't have America that has all these great tax benefits and managing the money better, and Canada is not. They can't do that because the investment will just go to America and it makes Canada look bad. So it's actually amazing that that's happening. And Trump even getting in, and you can say whatever you want, Trump, it doesn't really matter. But looking at the choice, it's it is what it is. But Trump getting in is amazing because he wanted to stop. I think he almost stopped the Ukraine war. At least he's talking about it, and even the Middle East one. And then all of a sudden, Syria knew something else has to happen when they release all the people. Like, you really got to think that if that man can have that power to stop a war, which Canada gave 20 billion and America 120 billion or something like that. No wonder countries don't want him in and will pay anything to distract and not have him come in, because they don't want that change to happen. They need the money laundering. Anyway, I'm going a lot on off topic on all this stuff, but at the end of the day, with Freeland, this $62 billion that she is doing now, she delayed it for like a month or two. She's going to say it next week, and next week they're going to lower interest rates, say 25 points or 50 points. I think 50 points, because the economy, I think we are in a recession. She's going to say great news. Interest rates are down. This is the budget. She's going to send a PDF or whatever, and hopefully no one's going to read it that fast. And then she goes on vacation next day for 6 weeks. Who knows even where Trudeau's going? I was going to do a video on that too. Which billionaire place is he going to for quote free, but they need to bring 50 RCMP officers during double time at Christmas and pay $250,000 to just for Trudeau to hang around on a sunny beach somewhere with some billionaire friend or whatever that's gonna lobby and get some money from him or something. It just never ends, the money laundering from this government, and I want them all to be accountable for that. So next year it's gonna happen. It's unbelievable what they have done and ruined Canada. It'll take years to find out what they have done. Anyway, thanks for watching Canada Wide. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Best of goodbyes.